today. It's Easter Monday here, Bank Holiday Monday, and the last thing I expected today was a delivery. We don't usually get deliveries on bank holidays, so it came as a marvellous surprise. So I thought I'd open it up and share with you what's arrived today in the post. I had 2 arrivals, but this is the one that I'm going to do now, and I will be posting a review of another deck that arrived today, which is the Healing Light Tarot. That's not opened yet. That arrived today as well. So 2 parcels on the one day that you least expect to receive anything. This, as you probably can tell by the packaging, is the Cosma Vision Oracle, and all the goodies that comes with it. So let's have a look. And excuse me, I do have a cup of coffee here. It's not that early, but it's a bank holiday and it's a sort of a lazy day. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, goodness, goodness. Let's have a look what we have here. Just take out the packaging. Pop it on the floor for now. So first of all, a thank you card. Oh, there's a QR there. Without you, this would only be a dream. May the contents of this package inspire, enlighten and expand your mind and soul. If anything's amiss, please don't hesitate to reach out to hello@jamesreads.com. Scan the QR code on the reverse side or visit the link below for an extra thank you. Oh, isn't that nice? So I'll pop that there, because that is going to be something I shall do later on. Now we have here it was brought to my attention that there is an error on page 75 of the book of Cosma Visions. Ah, right, okay. The upright meaning of illumination was replaced by a duplicate paragraph meant for the gift. Luckily, the meanings are somewhat similar, but the reverse of this card you will find the amendment with the correct meaning. My apologies for this oversight. It will be corrected with future editions. I'm really glad that I have that in mind. So what I'm going to do, I will just tape this and have it so that it can be taped over the page. That's fine. I'll pop that there as well for now. And those will be dealt with in a minute. Then we have a lovely thank you postcard. Isn't that lovely? I do love James R. Eads' artwork. It's something that I think is just so clever and so beautiful, especially when you look at the Cosma Visions and you see the continuum of a story when you lay the cards out. It's just amazing. So what is this? Oh, this, if I'm correct, is the collector's coin. I don't want to damage the packaging. There's a little black envelope, a bit of glue there, pop that there. Oh, here we go. This is the collector's coin. Isn't that great? And look at the design on the back. That is actually beautiful. Ships at sea. Wow. Cosma Vision Oracle collector's coin. That is beautiful. So this is all this is so very special. I don't think I've ever backed anything that's had so many stretch goals and has such generous stretch goals and extra things to order. It's brilliant. This is the reading cloth that I ordered. Oh, it's reversible. Oh, look at this. I love that side. And I love that side. Oops, there you go. Isn't that just marvellous? I love it. It's so thick. It really is so thick. That is a beauty, an absolute beauty. Oh gosh. This is, I feel like it's Christmas and I feel like a child. I'll pop this to one side for now. where will I pop this for now? My room's so busy. Right, now let's have a look. We have the pin, which is the eye on all the leaves there, on all the petals of that sort of floral design. Let's have them here. Oh, stickers, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, my hands are too big to get into these little envelopes. Luckily, I have tweezers. Oh, they are lovely. I think these are going to go into a journal. Definitely into a journal. They're very glossy and really beautiful. Do you know, some of the artwork really does put me in mind of the likes of Monet, and it's just so gorgeous. Wow. That one particularly. It's beautiful. There we go. And here. Isn't that gorgeous? So for safekeeping, I'm going to pop these back into their envelope, and they are definitely going to be used in a tarot journal. I'm so glad I got that little holder now, because it's serving a purpose now. Now, oh, look at these. Wow, they are beautiful. Strawberries. Isn't that gorgeous? Gift. Illumination. And you could use these as you like, really. The winged boar. Isn't that beautiful? Reverie. Stunning. The holographed Aries. Oh wow, this one's beautiful. Tiny elephants. Oh, tiny elephants. Look at that. They are gorgeous. So, pop them back in here. Now, this is a card holder, which is beautiful. So that is the card holder. I love the wood grain and the design that's been carved into it. And you stand your card up in there. So I'll use the postcard as an example for now. So you could have that on your altar or your table or wherever you want it. It's beautiful. It's going to be placed there. My card of the day can go there. Oh, that's for my coins, my geomantic coins. And the wallets for holding the Prisma Vision and the Cosma Vision. And the bookmark. Oh my gosh, I love this bookmark. I thought it was cardboard. It's not, it's metal. Isn't that beautiful? Now, let's have a look here. The long awaited for deck. The Book of Prisma Vision. Isn't that beautiful? This is the Big Visions book, the Book of Prisma Visions and the Cosma Visions Oracle. There we go. We'll take a look through that in a minute. This has been such a brilliant thing to back. Pop the box down here now. And these are the coins. the geomancy. So let's have a look here. It's like opening a box of chocolates. It's gorgeous. So I don't want to pop my hand in there and bend anything, so I just gently lift it out like that. And the Geomantic Visions coins, my goodness, they are beautiful. Oh, wow. Air, fire and water. And let's just take a coin out. So there you go. Look at these. They're beautiful. They're just so beautiful. I'm actually amazed by them. I'm going to take this one out here. Right. That's the thickness of the coin. They're quite a weight as well. They're a nice weight. Let's see. And then you have a lovely book on using the coins. The 4 smaller coins here are the 4 elements. Okay. And then you have your Geomantic Vision coins in there too, which is beautiful. Pop that in there for now. Let's have a look. This is just unreal. Oh, I'm going to have so much fun reading through this and looking at this. That is stunning. Now, let's get to the nitty gritty. Take the book first. The cover is just beautiful. Now, this is written, the Book of Prismavisions, okay, an exploration of the Tarot Arcana, and it's written by Catherine Toombs and James R. Eads. And then on the reverse, we turn it upside down, the Cosma Visions Oracle, a journey through the space between lives, James R. Eads. This looks like it's going to be brilliant. I love the edging of the book. It's in black. Okay, but it has a, you can see the colours from the pages peering through. This is just stunning. The artwork in this, it goes through the artwork, is just beautiful. Oh. It's just beautiful. I can't get over the beauty of the book. It's a lovely, heavy book. It's like almost like a denim type of feel of a cover. It smells gorgeous. I'm a book sniffer. I'm a card sniffer. Oh my goodness, there's nothing like having such a good book in your hands. That is going to be on my table as my next read. And then we have the deck. Let's have a look, shall we? I want to be very careful because I don't want to mark the box at all. So, I'm going to go back because it's very, very tight on there. Maybe if I just pick up the tweezer, because those scissors are rather large. I should get my little embroidery scissors really, but where are they? There we go. That's done it. Tweezers all the way. The box has an amazing velvety feel to it, buttery feel. And there is the design we have there, and the pin. Okay. It opens up on a little hinge. As this oracle is told, death opens a door for a lifetime to unfold. The crow, a conduit of manifested might, and the swan a siren for unconscious sight. Each bird an escort to the other plane, the soul reconnected to past lives again. And it's signed by James R. Eads. And this is the first edition. Oh my gosh, the cards feel as beautiful as the box does. Oh, sorry, that was the book, sorry. That's the small book that comes with it. And it has the same texture as the buttery texture as the box. Oh, look at the edging on that. Look at that. Isn't that just beautiful beyond words? Now let's get this off here. Yeah, that smooth, buttery feel about them. And that amazing edging. It's just stunningly beautiful. And we start with death. And I suppose if you were to compare this to a tarot, you know, with the Fool, that is an end, but a new start. It's great. It's beautiful. Pop that there. The crow. Swan. The peacock. And the pelican. So each of these birds have a significance in our journey through life. The phoenix and soulmates, the spirit plane, the orbs, the cosmic tree, life map, karma, sacrifice, past lives, the maze, the vessel, the shore, the veil, the bridge, infinite paths, the unknown. Then we have a life on earth, sleeping ships, and this image, although it doesn't have a number, but this is also the image that is on the collector's coin in the little black envelope. Then we have those are the sort of like major arcana of this deck. Then we have our minors, or our suits, which are embers, lotuses, birds, trees. Oh, then we have different ones, the wanderer, shapeshifter, mystic, protector. There is just so much in this deck. It's going to be so interesting learning how to read with this. So the embers, how many? We don't have that. We have 7, 9, we have 10 embers. So I wonder if these, yep, you put these together and they too make up a scene. Okay. So, Ace of Embers. 2 of embers, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Then we have lotuses, okay, so likewise it goes up to 10. So we have the ace. They are beautiful, aren't they? Absolutely beautiful. And I love the way that James R. Eads, what he does is create like a large image from all the cards and the suits. It just looks beautiful. We've got the 3, 4, 5. Now, that's a very similar image with the boats, but they're not sleeping this time, are they? The other was sleeping boats. This time it's like they're being carried along in a bit of a flood, by the looks of it. 6 of lotuses, 7, 8, 9 and 10 of lotuses. This is just phenomenal. It really is. It's stunningly beautiful. Now, we have birds is the next suit. So ace of birds. Very cold looking picture. Very cold looking. A bit like my coffee. Let it go cold. 2 of birds. 3. Very sad one, look. We've all been shot down. A bit like our 3 of swords in the heart. So 5. 6 of birds, because it's taking birds to a new, sort of a new perspective. We've got planes in this, almost like they're at war. 7, 8, 9 and 10 of birds. And again, that's a little bit like our 10 of swords, isn't it? Where, oh, look at that. It's quite a little, a bit of a gruesome image really, but it has beauty all the same. Now we're coming to the next suit of trees. There's our ace of trees. That image reminds me of when I was teaching, when we used to plant, we used to water, keep in cotton wool, little seeds, beans and things, and watch them grow. They look just like that. 2 of trees. 3. 4 of trees. Oh gosh, they're like lavender fields there, don't they? Beautiful. 5 of trees. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. 10 of trees. Reminds me of the Tower of Rapunzel was locked up in. Now, let's have a look at the others. And what do we have here? Well, do you know, my guess is that these are our wise people, or they're aspects of ourselves. I don't know, that's purely my guess. Just, it's so different, and it's quite an adventure going through a deck like this, that you don't know why it's been created for, not why it's been created, why it's been created in this manner. What is it? How does it, is this going to differ to my reading of other oracle cards and tarot? Because it's a system all of its own, and I think this is going to be really beautiful to read with. I'm getting a really nice feel and a lovely vibe off this. There's the Wanderer. And the Wanderer could be somebody we refer to, if we want to know something about their journey, their trip, or is that us, the Wanderer in us, wanting to journey on and do different things. The Shapeshifter, would that be different sides to our personality, that we can be one thing in one way then another? Don't know. The Mystic. The Protector. And the Weaver. And the Weaver, we weave our own stories in life. We weave our own lives. The Fighter. It's in all of us. And the Dreamer. The Elementalist. The Composer. The Romantic. The Mender. The Peacemaker. The Pathfinder. The Entertainer. The Geomancer. Something that we're all going to be becoming with our coins. And the Commander. It's really interesting, and what I didn't show you are the backs of these cards, and I love the colours within them. Look at that, the backs are beautiful. The whole deck is gorgeous. It's been very much worth the wait. That's a certainty. Let's see what it tells us in here. I'll read some of this for you. For a long time I made art that existed in the realm of magical realism, unsure of why, other than an overwhelming sense of fascination for the spiritual. I followed my intuition and my love of the way that light can play tricks on the eye, and created a world to call my own that I continued to fill with places I'd never seen. One day my mother gave me a book that she had once read called Many Lives, Many Masters by Brian Weiss. As I began to read it, I felt as if I was being reminded of something I used to know. It spoke of past lives and connections greater than ourselves, and I couldn't put the book down. It filled my thoughts, and I started to look at things differently. Why did this all seem so familiar? The idea of past lives opened up creative avenues and ideas that I had never had access to before. I created series after series of art, trying to explore the images that came to me during these meditations and drawing my way back to life and what happens after. There are many theories on what happens when we die. I like to believe that we live again and again. It makes it all seem more worth something. Different lives give us a full understanding and perspective on what it means to really be alive, what pain and love can mean to people in different bodies, what success and failure can feel like, what it means to be alone and how it feels to be loved. There is a spectrum to living. Sometimes it's fantastic and other times it's unfathomably hard. It's impossible to experience it all in one lifetime. I created this oracle to tell one story of what may happen in the space between lives, reimagined on the structure of the traditional 78 card tarot. The first 22 cards of the deck, the bordered major arcana cards, explore this journey of the soul with death at the beginning of it all. The oracle starts with 5 alchemical birds, inspired by my father and his research on mysticism. These birds are thought to be representative of the few moments after death and the journey of the soul reconnecting to itself. After the 5 birds, we are taken to the spirit plane and are reminded of things once forgotten. It's after some time in the spirit plane that we choose a new life and a new vessel to experience life on earth yet again. We are then met with the minor arcana, 56 cards that all come together to tackle living a human life on earth. Once you get to know Cosmovisions, you will start to pick up the various ways it mirrors the traditional tarot cards. The big difference between this deck and a tarot deck is the introduction of a 5th minor arcana suit. Here, I have taken all the court cards of the minor suits and made them into their own 5th suit. Okay. Much like a reflection of Prismavisions, these cards play off of what you already know. The Fool becomes Death, the Magician becomes the Crow, the High Priestess, the Swan, and so on. I want this deck to be used just as if it were a tarot deck. I want weight to be held in the gravity of the major arcana, and I want themes to unfold throughout the minors. There is just something systematically beautiful about the way tarot is constructed. If you have a Prismavisions deck, you will want to use both decks congruently for expanded readings at certain points. There is a very special duality within the 2 decks that can be used to balance each other in any kind of reading. In this guide, you will find a few suggestions for using both Prismavisions and Cosmovisions decks together, as well as the featured spreads, the Cosmovision Regression, which calls your past lives present and gives you a glimpse of a previous life you may have lived. Much like the Prismavision deck, Cosmovision includes elaborate panorama images that can be created by lining up the 5 suits. Yeah, beautiful. What's more is that in Cosmovisions, the panoramas connect back to where they started. For example, the 10th card loops back to the 1st card, creating an endless panorama. Cosmovisions has an extremely long Cosmovisions has been an extremely long project that has been on my mind since 2015, and now over 5 years later, it exists outside of my mind. Here in your hands, I spent the years thinking about creating a companion deck to Prismavisions, a continuation of the story we know so well. Now, after nearly 2 years of researching, drawing, rendering, redrawing and writing, I think that I've made a worthy companion to Prismavisions. Cosmovisions asks more of me than I ever expected. And so I took many breaks through the process of creating it. I painted about paths I travelled. I loved. I ate well. I fell apart. I healed. I travelled more. I retreated to the desert to meditate on this deck and to try to devote myself completely to it. I thought I'd be able to get it out of my head faster that way. I travelled home. It still needed more. And I sat with it. Things like this, when they ask for more time, you have to give... things like this, when they ask for more time, you have to give it. You can't force a creative tool into existence. It has to work, it has to feel right and have the right energy. It needs to be tinkered with and tweaked. Some cards need to be set to rest. Some cards torment the creator. Some feel like old friends and just need to be held. Nothing about making Cosmovisions was easy, but it was a beautiful experience. It made me feel more whole, more connected, and more inspired. All I can hope now is that it does the same for you and moves you along an elegant path of wonder and appreciation for the greatness of life. And that's with warms, from James. And that was written on the 9th of October 2020. Or was it the 10th of September? Because I think in America you write the month and the date the reverse way around to ourselves. And then in the book you get all about conducting a reading with the deck. This is just beautiful. It gives you some spreads. And then it tells you about Cosmovision's regression. Wow. Look at that. Beautiful. and it sort of sets out a real big, you know, those are all the decks of the majors. It tells you that, you know, the House of Death, where this life ended, House of the Crow, creativity, House of the Swan, intuition, knowledge, etc. And then you go on to the different cards and it goes into more detail. So this is the Cosma Visions Oracle deck. I'm really looking forward to pairing it with the Prisma Visions that I have sitting downstairs in my bureau downstairs. And what I love doing with the Prisma Visions, and which I'm sure I'm going to love doing it with the Cosma Visions too, is spreading the cards out, looking at each one of them and looking at the panoramas that each suit creates. I just find that it is such a clever concept, and it's a continuum of a journey. It's just beautiful, and I am so glad and so proud to have this in my hands. So this is the Cosma Visions Oracle deck, the book and all the lovely things that were created to go with it. I hope you've enjoyed this walkthrough, and I'm looking forward to using it, and I might even chat about its use at another date when I've learnt a lot more about it. And the coins are going to be something that I really want to understand and know a lot more about. So on that note, I'm going to love you and leave you. I'm going to have a peek through this, and I'm going to have a look at it first, and then I may do a walkthrough of this deck. This is the Healing Light Tarot by Christopher Butler that also arrived today. So I'm not going to open it now. This is a video just about this beautiful package that arrived today, and I am so excited. And I'm delighted to be able to share it with you. Take care, thank you for watching, and have a lovely Bank Holiday Monday. Bye bye now.